Hi YouTube, welcome to part 2 of behind the scenes on the road tuning. Without further ado, let's get stuck in.
So how do you mark off the sections on there? How do you know what's the...
Well, that's the bit you
where
have
it
to
starts
pay
to
me
taper?
for.
You can use this video if you like. No.
I do a training course.
Oh, okay.
And I train mechanics, you know, how to do this.
Really?
And where to know. So I know by experience, effectively, where to take the.
Presumably,
yeah.
as the needle's tapering, so you've segmented it to where the taper starts to get slightly larger.
Well, basically, I'm segmenting it into the
5 different ranges that you were talking
no,
about.
the needle is broken down into calibration points.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I'm just dividing it into the calibration points, and then I'll know exactly where to take the and what the needle should be in order for it to fuel properly. But people often ask me, "How do you know where that is to take off?" That's my experience, and that's what you pay for.
Of course.
So yeah. So what we're going to do is machine that and polish it down so we get the fuel in where we need it.
And this is the crux of the tuning, isn't it? This is the stuff that makes all the difference.
This is the stuff of legends, as they talk about. Some people look at this and it's as bodging, but in actual fact, if you know anything about SU carburetors, you'll soon realise that they don't make enough needles with enough accuracy to be able to get the fueling right. So you can be anywhere within 0.6 of a thou from the manufacturer on any given needle. So in reality, sometimes I might only be taking 1 or 2/10 of a thou off to make a correction to a needle. So all I'm saying is you can't, there's no way you can get every car spot on when the tolerances needed to get them spot on in some cases are far tighter than the actual needles are made. Right, put that into on it. So just lean at 5 now. Big flat spot when you open the throttle. You watch it lean out. So we need to stiffen that up. All right, turn it off. I've had what they call a fixed needle. so it went in the carburettor and it never touched the jet. So you could file the needle. The problem is on these is this is a what they call a bias needle, and it's just biased over to one side and it touches the jet. And what happens is the needle is also free to rotate. So in operation, the needle will rotate round, and if you've got a flat filed on it, the flat will sit against the jet, and then it just acts like a saw. And it gently saws away at the jet, and your calibration goes out the window very quickly.
I see.
So if you look at that needle, it should be dead smooth all the way round, so that it doesn't damage anything. All right?
Yeah.
So this should make a difference already when we put it in. This is not an impact I'm using, by the way. This is it's the clutch slipping, so I'll just tighten them by hand. So this is set to the lowest setting.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll just nip it by hand.
Yeah.
So when you can't get a reading at 5,000 revs, that's still lean. I've taken quite a bit off the needle. That normally means that the carburettor is not quite functioning correctly at that point. So I don't want to go any more than that, because this is going to cause you a problem. All right? But the point I'm trying to get at is, how often do you sit at 5,000 revs at light throttle? So it'll be fine. Alright?
Alright.
So what we're going to do is just lean that out a little bit more at idle. So what we've got is actually just bordering on going too rich at 4, so I don't want to ruin it effectively. Alright? Cool. So what we now need to do, that's right, so now what we need to do is to make sure that it stays rich when we open the throttle, which I don't think it is at the moment. So you can hear it's going very lean, so we need to adjust the oil in the damper. So. So try the throttle.
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah, there's just no flat spot there at all, is there? And when you take, there's no flat spot there at all. You take your foot off the accelerator, just set it straight back down to where it should be. There's no fluctuation at all. Yeah. sounds beautiful.
Stable reading. Carb's working good. Right. That's a good reading. That carb's that well. In fact, it's too lean for an injection.
Yeah.
That's how good it's running. Yeah.
Ooh.
So.
Nice.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
So if I leave this capped,
Yep.
do I need a hose off of there?
So I'll talk to you about that in a minute.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
talk to you about that in a minute. Okay, so engine's running now. The AEM needle in there was a little bit lean, so I've adjusted that for 4,000 and 5,000 RPM to make that run obviously better, and I've also adjusted the top end fueling. So what we've now got is a nice strong sounding engine, so we'll send the owner out in it now and see what he thinks. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that behind the scenes look. Thanks very much to Paul Barney for filming that for me. And it gives you the chance to see what goes on when I'm actually doing tuning and the conversations that I can have with customers and the questions they ask, etc. So as you can see, it's not just a dumb chat. There are sensible questions that get asked, and I obviously do my best to explain that for the customer. As ever, please like and subscribe. And if you need a tune-up, you know where to come. Thank you very much.